This is the O2C Media Network, and this is a Sports Final Special Edition, Week 2 NFL 1 o'clock game review, otherwise known as After the First Half, a review of all the 1 o'clock games, score-wise, because we don't have the rights for the highlights yet. Now, here's Steve. All right, thank you very much, Harold. How you doing? Good to see you're recovered from last night. And yes, indeed, folks, it is a little after 4 o'clock in the East, and those of you in the West, it's probably 1 o'clock. So, where's the light, gang? Come on, we're pros at this. Well, I wouldn't say pros in the sense of the word, but boom. There we go. Hi. Okay, let us give you while the 4 o'clock games are going on, let's rock and ride with the 1 o'clock games. I'm going to lower the headphones. In fact, I'm going to take them off as I normally do for a show like this. Let's give you right now the games that are still going on at the 1 o'clock hour. That no time. Miami, let's try this again. At with 5 minutes, 12 seconds left, it looks like the Buffalo Bills are about to hand the Miami Dolphins their first loss. They lead right now. In fact, I think we can say with no modesty, the Buffalo Bills have won this game. They lead right now 35-0. The Denver Broncos just beat the Jacksonville Jaguars. Well, at least the owners of the Jags have AEW to fall back on. 23-13. Lee. 20 seconds remaining. How about them Raiders? They are about to give the Pittsburgh Steelers their first loss of the season. 26-17 Raiders. 29 seconds left. Panthers about to give the Saints their first loss of the season. Panthers lead 26-7. Okay, we got the 4 o'clock games. Oh, we just did the finals. So one of the 4 o'clock games just got underway. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 12:22 remaining, which means they're still early in the first. And the Bucs lead the Falcons by a score of 7-0. The Vikings lead the Cardinals 7-0. They're early in the first. Now let's go for the finals in the 1 o'clock shift. Chicago Bears have got their first victory. They beat the Cincinnati Bengals by a score of 20-17. Cleveland break them up. They also won. They beat the Houston Texans 31-21. Matthew Stafford is now 2-0 since being LA Rams. And for you folks in Los Angeles, 2 words from us Lions fans. You're welcome. 27-24 Rams over the Colts. We'll give you the details on how everyone did tonight at midnight right after the Sunday game. New England Patriots make it 1-1. They finally got some revenge, and the Jets have some problems. Patriots win over the Jets 25-6. And again, most of the country saw the San Francisco 49ers are now 2-0. They beat the Philadelphia Eagles 17-11. You're probably saying, is that right? Yeah, that's right. 17-11. We'll explain that. 4:25 games, Cowboys and Chargers, Titans and Seahawks, and tonight's Sunday night tilt are the Chiefs and the Ravens. Let's give you the Chiefs and Ravens preview right here, right now. And leave it to Sammy Watkins, who has played for both teams recently, to set the stage for this weekend's matchup. Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson can downplay it all they want, but this game is first and foremost a clash between 2 MVP quarterbacks. This is the 4th straight season Baltimore and KC will face off, and Jackson is yet to beat Mahomes and the Chiefs. The Baltimore quarterback is 30-5 as a starter in the regular season against everybody else. But when it comes to the Chiefs, the Ravens will be at home for Sunday's game, but Kansas City won 34-20 at Baltimore last year, and the Chiefs have 11 straight regular season road victories overall. The Ravens, however, still have to show they can measure up against Kansas City, and now there's added pressure on Baltimore, which is trying to avoid an 0-2 start. The Ravens dropped their opener to Vegas on Monday night in overtime, 33-27. The Chiefs, they haven't lost a step in the month of September since 2016. Mahomes is 11-0 in September as a starter with 35 touchdown passes and no interceptions in those games. The Ravens and Chiefs rank last and next to last, respectfully, in the NFL in total defense after 1 week. They allowed a combined 948 yards in their openers. Here's the injuries. The Chiefs are the healthier team. Baltimore lost running backs J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards to serious knee injuries before the season started. Defensive back Marcus Peters is also out for the season. The Ravens were still able to run the ball against the Raiders. Tyson Williams rushed for 65 yards and a touchdown in his NFL debut. The injuries led Baltimore to bring in veteran running backs Latavius Murray, Le'Veon Bell, and Devontae Freeman, although only Murray played in the opener. Mahomes, the league's MVP for Kansas City in 2018, has had a passer rating of 100 or better in 29 games in his career, one shy of Len Dawson's franchise record. He's had a rating of 131.4 in last weekend's win over Cleveland and 133.5 in last year's win over Baltimore. Now, Jackson is a big reason Baltimore can still rack up big rushing numbers despite all the injuries in the backfield. The 2019 MVP ran for 86 yards against the Raiders, though he did lose 2 fumbles. Jackson also threw for 235 yards and a touchdown. Tonight's game, 8:20, on the Peacock Network, the Peacock streaming service, and NBC Universal, for those of you of the Spanish language. Lions and Packers, do we need to preview this or what? Both teams embarrassed in their home opener, although the Lions, well, they made a great attempt to come back. Already a few critics are saying that they are a train wreck waiting to happen this season with an inexperienced coach. I say to the critics, lay off for a bit. Why don't you let the man do what he was paid to do, coach a team, even though it is the Lions. Lions and Packers share one thing. They're good teams. But let's face it. Both teams, well, they need this game. And with this game going to national, in fact, international audiences, Detroit has got a good chance. Now, they've beaten the Packers before, especially with Aaron Rodgers as quarterback. So, Green Bay, you might want to bring in another quarterback. If Aaron Rodgers has another problem like he did on Sunday, the fans and stakeholders of the Packers may be wanting the coach to give Aaron a seat, and I don't mean as Jeopardy host. Let's see what I say here in this script. Packers have gone 9-2 in Rodgers' 11 home starts against the Lions. He's touchdown passes, 4 interceptions in those games. He will, however, be facing a Lions secondary that must regroup after losing starting quarterback Jeff Okudah for the season to a ruptured Achilles tendon. Detroit's likely starting quarterbacks will be Armani Oruwari and Ifidu Melifonwu, a rookie third-round pick from Syracuse. They understand the challenges of facing Rodgers. Packers have won their past 4 meetings with the Lions overall and are favored by 11.5 points. The Lions delivered a better performance than the Packers on the season opening week, even though they did lose, but they gave it a try. Lions running back Jamal Williams will be making his return to Green Bay, where he played from 2017 to 2020 while rushing for a total of 2,039 yards. Who better than he to know the Packers? Williams left the Packers via free agency, now teams up with DeAndre Swift in Detroit's backfield. He rushed for 54 yards and a touchdown on 9 carries and caught 8 passes for 56 yards in his Lions debut. Swift and Williams, however, were both limited participants, Swift with a groin injury and Williams with a problem in his chest in Thursday's practice. The Packers won't have Pro Bowl outside linebacker Zadarius Smith available Monday night. Packers coach Matt LaFleur said Friday that Smith was going on injured reserve to get more time to deal with a back issue. Smith practiced just one day in training camp and was on the field for only 18 snaps against the Saints. And the Lions ranked last in the NFL in points allowed per game, yards allowed per game, and yards allowed per play last season. Detroit, however, was the only team to allow more points than Green Bay did in the opening week of the season. New Packers defensive coordinator Joe Barry held the same position with the Lions from 2007 to 2008. This matchup could be a chance for the Packers to put more of an emphasis on the running game, but we'll just wait and see. Monday is going to be exciting, and for us here in the mid-Michigan area, we will be able to see the game on Fox 2, WJBK, the Detroit Lions home station. Now, why them and not the network affiliate? By network, I mean ABC, Channel 7. Simple. ABC's got Dancing with the Stars, and they don't want a football game to interrupt it. Yeah, you don't want to piss off Tyra Banks by interrupting it with a bunch of burly guys chasing after a pigskin. Please. Giveth thy me a breaketh. That is being a wusseth. We still got, well, let's go in rerun mode here and give you more of a total. We're going to just say this right here, right now. The Buffalo Bills have beat the Miami Dolphins 35-0. That'll be a final for sure. Denver Broncos beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 23-13. Vegas Raiders over the Pittsburgh Steelers 26-17. Panthers over the Saints 26-7. Bears over the Bengals, 2017. Browns over the Texans, 31-21. Rams over the Colts, 27-24. Patriots over the Jets, 25-6. 49ers over the Eagles, 17-11. And that is about that. Do you guys want to do the 425 pairings or just leave them as is? Leave them as is because the games have already started. Okay. Leave them as is. We got about 4 minutes, so let's just put it this way. We'll give them the fast run on the Cowboys and Eagles. Near a year later, Herbert has emerged as one of the top. Let's try. Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert found out less than a minute before last season's Week 2 game that he would take his first NFL snap. Nearly a year later, he's done one hell of a good job. And now he goes up against the big one. He hosts Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys Week 2. Herbert and the offense delivered on expectations in last Sunday's 20-16 victory over Washington that they would be better. He threw for 337 yards, touchdown, interception with his 31 completions going to 8 players. The new-look offensive line also allowed 8 pressures and 2 sacks. In his first game back from last season's season-ending ankle injury, he threw for more than 300 yards for the 8th time in his career and tied a career high with 32 completions. He isn't looking at individual numbers. Most important to him is trying to help Dallas avoid dropping its first 2 games to open a season since 2010. Now, the Cowboys could be without 4 starters from the Tampa game, headlined by defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence being out 6 weeks after breaking a foot in practice on Wednesday. Receiver Michael Gallup strained a calf against the Bucs. He's on injured reserve for 3 weeks. Right tackle Lael Collins was suspended 5 games for violating the substance abuse policy, and Randy Gregory tested positive for COVID. Ominous start for the Cowboys. We wish them well. And let's go for the other one. Titans Seahawks, very fast, very poignant. The silence of last year's NFL games had some benefits for those who have been trained to communicate in a cauldron of noise. Seattle linebacker Bobby Wagner could hear his coaches yelling from the sidelines. Oops. Hearing his coaches or his teammates become a thing of the past for Wagner when Seattle hosts Tennessee on Sunday, playing a regular season home game in front of fans, well, for the first time since 2019. Seattle was regarded as having arguably the best home field advantage in football before COVID pandemic forced the Seahawks to play 9 games, 8 in the regular season, 1 playoff loss, but only cardboard cutouts. Nearly 21 months after Seattle's 12 last got a chance to scream, yell, and raise a hullabaloo in a meaningful game, they'll be back. Those fans will be welcoming a team that looked impressive in its opening win against the Indianapolis Colts with unknowns about how Seattle's new offensive system would operate. Russell Wilson went out and posted one of the best games in his career, throwing nearly as many touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, as incompletions, 5 incompletions. Wagner was the anchor of a defense that wasn't spectacular, but also didn't need any of the crazy blitzing from last year. That's Repazoid. We gotta go. Bye bye. Hello. Hi, what's up?